Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome again to today's session. So I'm going to be explaining to us. I want to break down the difference between wordpress.org and wordpress.com. For those that are not so clear on what the difference between wordpress.com is and what wordpress.org is. So I prepared this slide so you can see it in writing, the differences between wordpress.org and wordpress.com for those that are trying to build websites using content management system like WordPress. Okay, so wordpress.org and wordpress.com share the same core WordPress software, which is what I said. Same WordPress software, WordPress files, and so on. Still based on PHP too, because PHP is the programming language powering WordPress in the backend. But there's difference in the amount of control, amount of customization, the hosting and usage between wordpress.org and wordpress.com. So the key thing we should understand in terms of that difference is that between wordpress.com and between wordpress.org and wordpress.com, there is significant difference in the control we are going to have over the website, the customization, how well or how much customization we can do on it, the hosting and the usage of that particular WordPress software. So I was going to them one by one. So we'll look at wordpress.org and look at wordpress.com. WordPress.org is self-hosted, so you have full control via your website, just like I said in the slide before this. It requires purchasing external web hosting, so you have to purchase web hosting and external web hosting so to use the wordpress.org, because it's mainly for for those that are more developers that want to have access to their files, or you want to use your local server like XAMPP or MAMP and WAMP to build the WordPress website for taking it to the production stage. Let's give us access to any themes, plugins, and custom code. Then there's no restriction on the monetization, because we can, depending on your website, it can be a blog, our e-commerce platform. We have full and much more higher freedom when it comes to monetization, just the ads, the affiliates, links, and so on. But it requires technical skills to manage maintenance and updates, because it's mostly developers that actually use the wordpress.org, people that want to have access to their files. There are different folders that powers up the WordPress software, so they might want to edit the config file, the admin folder, and so on like that. So using the wordpress.org, using the wordpress.org, the software is going to be free, but hosting and domain won't be free. You have to get your hosting and domain to be able to use if you are trying to use wordpress.org. Okay, so let's go to wordpress.com. wordpress.com has the hosting, backup, and maintenance managed by wordpress.com instantly, because you are buying the software and their hosting. You are trying to use it on their platform, so most of the functionality like the backup, hosting is done by wordpress.com. But there's limited customization, because you are not accessing the files fully or the software fully. You are just using their platform to install, to use the themes you need, and so on, which will be mostly managed by wordpress.com. So you have limited customization, except you have, depending on the plans. If you buy higher plans, you can be given much more freedom to customize. Then they have their free plan. Actually, WordPress offers free plan if you are using wordpress.com to get your WordPress software. Okay, then paid plans offers more storage and custom domain usage. So if you pay for their plans, because they have different pricing, so if you pay for any of their packages, you have more storage and custom domain usage. Then monetization is limited on the free, because you're using wordpress.com. They are done managing and doing most of the maintenance, so it's depending on your pricing plan that you purchase. So that will determine how much monetization you can do on the platform. Okay, let's look at the key differences between wordpress.org and wordpress.com. So first, the hosting. wordpress.org is self-hosted. wordpress.com is managed hosting, which means it's on the WordPress hosting. And yes, you have access to some part of it, but they are the ones also managing the hosting. Then the customization with wordpress.org, you have full access, full customization. With wordpress.com, it's depend on your pricing plan, depending on the plan you purchase. So you have limited ability or access to customize on the free or lower plans. Then monetization, wordpress.org, there's no restriction to the amount of monetization you want to use on your platform. Then wordpress.com, there's limits depending on the pricing plan, again, just like I stated in the other key differences too. Then one thing I want you to just know that wordpress.org gives you full control. So what, like, if you don't have enough technical knowledge to use WordPress, then you have to use the wordpress.com. But it means you have to buy the higher plans, their pricing plan, to have control or access like that. But with wordpress.org, you either have to be a developer that understands the file, or how to install and all that technical knowledge needed to work with wordpress.org. But you have full and unlimited customization option on the wordpress.org. Okay, so I will show us the two websites, so that we can see the differences between both websites, how they look like. So we have wordpress.org and we have wordpress.com. So this is how wordpress.com looks like, the one that I said that doesn't give you full access to customization, except you have higher plans. So now you can see your plans and pricing. Then you can see different products they are hosting, domain names, and so on. WordPress gives you the access to that. You can create a blog on their platform to use their hosting. So this is how wordpress.com looks like. So you can explore their themes, you can start creating websites and so on, in which they will support you too in the management. And this is wordpress.org, in which you have much more license or freedom to customize to any extent that you want. So if you look at wordpress.org here, we have get WordPress, because on wordpress.org we can get access to all the files and the folders we need to work with WordPress without using their hosting or without the managing for us. Just that you need enough technical knowledge to make use of make use of the files and folder to achieve whatever website you're trying to create. So if you look at this place now, I can click on get WordPress to download WordPress so I can use it. So now they can help you to set up with any hosting provider you want to use it with. But if you want to build for yourself, or you want to build it locally first before you use it you take it to production stage on an online server, you can just come here and click on download WordPress 6.2, which I have already. So that's why mine didn't download it again. So we have this. So let me show you how it looks like after you've downloaded the file. So to be in a zip format. So let's check that quickly. So I will go to my sorry, I had a little technical issue, so the video broke, stopped at the point. So this is how it look like, the zip folder WordPress. If I click on it twice and I check it, but you will have to extract it though to be able to use it. But the video here is just for focusing downloading the WordPress folders and files. So you are expected to have a wp-admin folder, wp-content, wp-includes, and the other PHP files. So if you can see the same thing with what I have here, it means your download came with the full files needed to be able to work with WordPress. Thank you very much, and I wish you peace.